What's up guys, Tevy here back again with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. In today's episode, we are going to be attempting to take on the hardest boss in the game, and that's going to be Ozma. So first, let's go about how we need to go about locating Ozma. So, if you guys followed the previous videos I did beforehand with the whole Chocograph side quest, that's the very first step you need to, because in order to get to Ozma, you need to unlock the Chocobo Air Garden, which is where we're going to be heading for right now. The next thing, and probably one of the most important ones, is it's more beneficial if you finish off the friendly monster side quest, because if you don't complete it, then Ozma won't be susceptible to physical hits, meaning he won't be able to get hit by them or take any damage from it. And the second thing is he won't be weak to shadow elemental attacks. Instead, when you go to attack him with those types of attacks, he'll just absorb them, and it won't be no good. He won't be able to go over like any major attacks with him with that one, at least. And that one's going to be the most beneficial one, because one of his key attacks, Doomsday, that one's considered an shadow elemental attack, and it attacks everyone. So if he's able to attack you with it, when it goes to him getting damaged by it, if you don't do the friendly monster stuff, it'll just heal him. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you complete that side quest so you could at least make sure all your bases are covered with that one. So now that we are back in Chocobo's Air Garden, we want to come all the way up to the upper part where we saw bits that look like the Elodon wall, and we want to interact with it. So if we just come around to this upper part, no, not over here. Over here. What's this? We want to examine. It looks like the Elodon cave. Wait, Kupo. I feel strange presence inside, Kupo. Is it bad? I've never felt anything like it, Kupo. It's not of this world, but not like a ghost either. It feels otherworldly, Kupo. I see. So we examined it one time. I don't think you should, Kupo. So it gives us the option to open up the menu and select our party members. So for this one, I'm going to be going in with Zidane, Aiko, Vivi, and Armint. The reason why I'm choosing these guys, I'll go over in a second, but first things first, the main skills you want to have on these guys is Auto Reflect, Auto Regen, Bird Killer, Locomotion, Auto Potion, that's a good one. I was hesitant about putting on Restore HP, but I realized I don't really necessarily need it. And then the next thing, the other thing is going to be Return Magic. But for Zidane, I do want to have on Auto Haste, that way he can go by and attack a little bit more faster than the others could. And that way it's a bit more easier for me to, keep attacks constantly going in case one of my other party members die, and I don't have that cushion of having more people attack. Same thing for Aiko, Auto Reflect. For her, you can honestly either prioritize taking off Loudmouth and and Clear-Headed. You could actually take off Clear-Headed too, because if we have the Auto Reflect, we won't really even need Clear-Headed on. So I should have did that back when I was doing this, but I didn't really think about it. So instead, I want to make sure they at least have the ability to keep on constantly healing themselves without it taking up one of my turns. That way I can just keep on the attack the whole time. And for Vivi's case, I opted to take off the half MP just because I feel like the auto regen would be a lot more beneficial. The main reason why we're not using auto life is because, it's only well, first off, it costs 12 stones to use, and second thing is, the AI for Ozma will detect that you have on auto life, so it will constantly just keep trying to whittle that out so you can't use it anymore, because once you die once with it, it'll only bring you back once per battle, so that's already not extremely good. So I would rather just have auto regen and use Armint's aura ability instead, since I can use that on various party members, so if they go down they can just come back up if I have that ability off on them already. The other skill I mentioned, Bird Killer. I don't know why, but it's considered a bird type enemy, so that's why you want to have that one on. And then the other thing for him and Vivi is Return Magic, because like I said, Ozma solely attacks with just magic-based attacks. So if you have on return magic, it'll have to be really useful because when it gets hit with us with his magic, he can reflect it right back on. I'm sorry, we can reflect it right back at him without wasting one of our turns. That's just an extra bit of attack right there and then on top of our regularly scheduled attack. So these should be good with the abilities I have, and then equipment, I'm just going to show you guys why I have these base equipment for everyone. Main reason why I chose these specific equipment is because each of these work well with absorbing shadow elemental attacks, which is going to act as our additional healing on top of the auto regen. Though I am at a bit of a disadvantage going into this fight without Vivi's ultimate weapon, since that lets him learn the spell Doomsday, which is a big key in dealing damage to Ozma because it's a big key to dealing damage to Ozma while it also heals us as well. And without it, I honestly have to rely on Ozma using it whenever he chooses to. Because Ozma in this fight, he has a really smart AI, so if we're fully immune to some of his attacks, then he won't really use his weaker attacks. He'll opt to use the more powerful ones, such as like the instant kill moves, which is no bueno. So when we prepare for this fight, we don't want to be too cautious and leave ourselves open to a few of his more minor attacks, so we have some breathing room. So when you come into this fight, you at least want to be level 60 and higher, with a party member with at least 0 and 5 so they can take the level 5 death spell, and 4 so we can take the level 4 holy spell on them as well. Let's see, what else was really important that I needed to stress over? Alright, well, I can't think of anything else. So, just one final time, let's go over our equipment of what I have on everyone, so we're looking good. So let's go ahead and back out and let's get ready for this fight. Before, always make sure that everyone's HP is fully topped off, as well as their MP. That way, you know, we're going in as strong as we can without any holdups, any, you know, hangups or whatnot, not at a disadvantage. So let's go ahead and get this started, back out, and we're ready. We're as ready as we can be. Okay, so, here we go, Ozma. So his design is really unique. He's just a big old floating sphere in the sky. Not, I say it's unique, but I like the color scheme. It's just a big ball. So it says spiritual power has raised the attack range. So he's able to attack from like a further distance as if he's really close. So of course, right off the bat, it's going to use Doomsday, which is going to be that attack that affects everyone on the field. So since we have on this specific equipment, we'll be able to heal from it while he's only damaging himself, since we did all the friendly monster stuff. And right now, as you're seeing what I'm doing on Vivi, I'm having him go straight to Meteor, since that's the strongest attack I have for him at the moment, aside from Flare, because I don't want to whittle through my MP really quickly. And of course, the return magic going into effect here. As soon as he hits us with that, chance of sending it right back. And of course, Armament is going to follow up with his as well. So having that, just 2 additional attacks right off the bat without us having to do anything. Plus, I still have Vivi going to use a Meteor right after this as well. The other thing, Armament, his main job in this fight is to keep using the Aura ability to put on basically auto life on everyone. So in case they were to fall, he'll just come right back and put them back up again. Something else I could have opted to do for Armament is put on his High Tide ability, so you know his trance gauge fills up a little bit faster, because that one would have been more useful for him in the fact that when I go to use Aura when in trance mode, I can do the whole party at once instead of just waiting for the turn to fill up over and over again and do it one at a time. That would be the big thing for him and why I have him in this fight. Otherwise, Aiko in this case, honestly, I feel like I didn't use her to her fullest effect in this, because I do kind of have her as the, I don't want to say quote-unquote healer, because since I have auto-reflect on everyone, if I go to use Curaga on them, which I do like later on in this fight, it's just going to reflect off of us and go straight to him. So really, that's not really what I wanted, but instead, the auto-reflect is mainly to prevent attacks such as like Berserk, so he doesn't cause them to, you know, lose their mind and whatnot. Zidane in this case, I'm having him use Thievery since I saw in a strategy guide that it's more beneficial to have him use that skill in terms of just having him go for physical attacks, which I thought would have been the more beneficial thing to do, but it's not. So yeah, use Thievery for Zidane. And Aiko, she'll be a mix between attacking. In case I didn't have the auto reflect ability on, her job is to keep the auto reflect on everyone using Carbuncle. Otherwise, she's just another attacker and making sure everyone's up. If you want to opt out between using Aiko, oh, you know what? Another good thing for Aiko. In case I didn't have Armin's Aura ability, I do have her on her Phoenix one, so in case people were to go down and she's not one of them, she will be the one to, you know, raise the whole party back up before, you know, everyone gets wiped out. So that's another reason why I have her. Phoenix, that's the main ability I want her for. If I'm not using Phoenix, I'm going to alternate between using Carbuncle. If, honestly, but I don't need to use it. I just said I didn't because I have Auto Reflect on. So not Carbuncle. We're mainly using Medine and Phoenix with Aiko, since that's her job. Zidane, I already said main attacker. Well, one of the main attackers. Vivi's really the main attacker, while Armin is reduced to the role of somewhat attacking support with his return ability and, you know, the aura to keep us held. And Vivi, I wish I did come into this fight with his ultimate weapon just so I have that Doomsday ability. But since that's further on in the next area that we're going to be going to in the main story, I honestly just wanted to get all this stuff done first beforehand. That way I'm not backtracking through that whole entire area to come right back here just to do this and go right back. So it makes more sense for me to do it this way, even though it's a bit more harder for me in the end. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot more I can explain to this. Oh, duh. Now I remember what I was going to say. Instead of doing Armit, in case you guys want to, because you can do this fight with pretty much anyone. A lot of guides that I was going through to look for reference material is to use Kiwana in this one. That way you can use their frog drop since it has a set damage output, and since I have their ultimate weapon at this point, I have the max amount of frogs that I can have, so the damage is going to be as high as it could possibly be. And their ability with Angel Snack, that one's going to be really come in handy in case he does moves like Curse. If he does moves like Curse, which puts on random status effects on the whole party, Remedy will be able to, like, you know, clean the whole thing up and get rid of all of those at once. Flare Star, that's one of the more dangerous moves he has that can possibly one-shot kill us if he does it. Because damage is not always fixed. It's a random number that can be, you know, team wiping in case it is. So thankfully it didn't kill us, and with the long attack animations he has for his attacks, the auto regen and auto potion abilities will come in handy in this case since, you know, the whole attack animation is drawing out so long. We're kind of healing in the background and slowly regaining more and more health that will keep us from dying a lot sooner than we would normally in case it was to go by like really quickly. The only one who doesn't have an auto regen ability that I don't think I put on was for Aiko. I don't think I did. Yeah, because her HP isn't going up, so I don't think I put an auto regen on her. So I probably should have did that. That would have been more helpful. But oh well. I managed to just deal with what I got with. And thankfully right now he's going into a case of he needs to heal himself, so I'm glad that he was taking his time to do that. Even though it does set me back a little bit, I am doing a bit more damage dealt than what he's healing off, so I'm okay with like losing a few turns to just heal up and get myself refocused and back in the spot where I can, you know, do damage. And same thing with Vivi. As long as he's good on health, then we're golden. Why I really wish we had Doomsday, because like I said before, heals us, attacks him. Meteor, it's a pretty good attack, however, it does have a chance to miss. And you can actually see that in its animation when that happens. And of course, Aiko dies at this point, but due to the aura that we put on her earlier, she comes right back. But now here comes one of the more annoying parts of this fight. When I do get hit by Curse, I have to get myself set back up again. So first thing I need to do is make sure I get rid of this mini status effect, otherwise my damage output is going to be abysmal, and I don't want that. So I believe like after like 1 or 2 turns of me attacking and like realizing, oh wait, my attacks are like minimized because I'm tiny, I need to switch over to getting them back up. And since I can't really use Curaga on anyone, I just have to focus on making sure everyone has aura on them with Armament skill, as well as using some antidotes, not antidotes, remedies and high potions to get people back up, and praying that he does Doomsday, which thankfully he did at this point in time. So I was like, alright, cool, nice, I can actually heal off some of this damage and get them back up while I'm still working on getting them back to regular size. So at this point, I see everyone else has one, so I need to go back to Ico. When you are using Aura for the very first time, I would always prioritize putting it on the healer first, because if they go down, they're going to be the hardest to get back up because they're the main ones who's supposed to be bringing them back up. And of course, Return Magic playing dividends once again in this fight and making me able to have a second chance to heal off any potential hits I might have had already, but I think everyone's at full health at this point, so we are good on that front, but at least I get a bit of extra damage going off on the Ozma, so that is always a plus for us. And if I was lucky, I think maybe Armin's Return Magic may go off as well. Yes, no, maybe, yes it does. And thankfully, like when they do Return Magic on this one, it's not so heavily affected by Mini. I think really Mini affects only the physical damage output and not really the magical one, at least from what I've been seeing every now and again. Sometimes it feels like it does, sometimes it feels like it doesn't. It's a mixed bag, but if it does affect both magic and physical attacks equally, I've never noticed. I've only noticed when it came to the physical attacks. So I think for this meter right here, I think this is the one that misses. Nope, this isn't the one that misses, but as you can see, the damage it did when I was mini, 616, and that was when I was mini too, so I figured, okay, maybe it does affect me while I'm having magic, but we just saw the return one, and it didn't really affect it at all, so maybe abilities affect, abilities cast with other abilities, it won't really affect the magic stat, but maybe I'm just thinking too hard about this. Anyway, I got Vivi back to normal, so I'll use the other one on Zidane. At least I did Aura on Zidane, because I don't think he had one back, because I did one on Ico before. And he's using time to heal himself again, so this turn I should probably focus on using remedies on everyone who needs it so they can get back up. Since I have Aura on everyone, I don't need to waste time doing that again. So instead, I should just have... Oh, okay, good. I had Zidane use it on Armin earlier before his turn went, so good. Armin can actually attack this round. And thankfully the auto potion coming in handy, and so is the auto regen, so we're constantly healing. So far this is actually we're going pretty well so far. It's going to use Meteor, so unfortunately that will attack everyone, and I can't really absorb the damage output from that. So that one, unfortunately, it wiped out literally everyone, but because of Aura, everyone gets back up. So now Armin's going to be back on Aura duty to make sure everyone's healed up again. And Zidane's auto potion is going to come in handy, so already back on top, doing Ico first. Really wish I had Doomsday, that would be really handy, because I can't use Curaga, but instead I will use Phoenix, because I feel like at this point, if I were to get hit with another attack, I probably would get wiped out. And with Ico, there is a chance that her ability will come in handy with Phoenix to like rebirth the whole party, because sometimes that does happen. That happened to me like once or twice in my first initial runs when doing this, because this isn't like my first time doing this fight. It took me a bit. And of course, Curse goes ahead and takes out everyone once again, but I didn't have time to get, you know, the party back up with auras, so now it's just Zidane all on his lonesome for right now until I can get everyone back up. And unfortunately, I had Thievery going off the first time, so at this point, I was nervous as hell. I was like, no, I was doing so well, and now the curse is really taking effect, and now I only have one party member left, but at least I don't have to worry about healing him because the auto potion and auto regen coming in handy, and thanks to auto haste, I can get my turns a lot more frequent. So at this point, while he's healing himself. Alright, okay, I'll take my time to get myself back situated again. Always revive the healer first, since it's going to be their job to get me back up. And he's going to use Flare Star, the move of all moves I really don't want him to do. At least I don't want him to get the like instant kill version of it. And hopefully he doesn't. I don't think he did in this one. Nope, instead he missed, so thank you. Unfortunately, luck does play a big part in this fight sometimes as well, so you gotta keep that in mind when you're doing this. But thankfully I was able to get Aiko back up. He's going to take his chance to heal him again, so alright, going back on revive duty. This time let's bring back Armament, while Aiko, we should go ahead and use Phoenix, just in case I'm not able to get that off in time. So there we go, Armament's back up, so as soon as his turn comes around again, I want to use Aura. And thankfully, he did choose to use Doomsday, so I'm able to heal off that damage back right now because I really need that. And the Phoenix ability will come in handy to bring Vivi back at least at a decent amount of HP, so I don't have to worry about him. And since Armament is up too, he'll be able to reflect that as well with his return magic attack, if I were to get lucky and it goes through again. And I am. So, I was so lucky in this one. You have no idea. I did it so well, thankfully. And I'm honestly glad I was able to actually do this fight, because this was challenging. I'm glad that I did it. Oh, man. At least the backdrop is really serene. I kind of wish for this fight they did change up the music just a bit, because I feel like giving this boss, because it's considered a super boss, giving him like a different boss fight music would be a lot more epic in his sense, since he's supposed to be the strongest one in the game. But anyway, Rebirth Flame, we're able to do some minor bit of damage to Ozma, and Vivi's back up on his feet, thankfully. I'd say some damage, like a little bump was done to him. And kind of wasted that Phoenix down, but it's alright. I got plenty in the bank anyway. So go ahead and get Vivi back on attack duty while Armament uses Aura on Aiko again. And of course I wasted my turn doing Reflect again on everyone, even though the auto reflect never goes away. Even if you do die, you come right back to it. But he is going to use Curse again, and that's going to knock out both Zidane and Armament, so that sucks. That really sucks. And Vivi's not doing so well, but I do have an Aura back on Zidane, so thankfully he's able to get back up from that right away. So I might as well go ahead and get a remedy, no, an auto potion on, I say auto potion, a Phoenix down on Armament, that's what I meant to say. So get him at least back up, and okay, good, he's going to just do healing again. And oh, for some reason, this is where the locomotion ability comes in handy, because as you can see, Aiko and Vivi are really slow right now, and in this kind of fight, you don't want to be slowed down, because that's really detrimental for you in terms of like finishing off as soon and quickly as possible without him getting a chance to hurt you. Oh, but he is going to use Meteor, so that sucks, because we're not in a position to actually take a hit like that. And of course, it's going to kill Aiko again right away. Thankfully, it didn't affect Zidane that much, but Aiko does have Aura still on her, so she got right back up. Auto Potion ability coming in handy. Return Magic, good, send that Meteor right back. Use Phoenix so I can hopefully bring back Armament and do a little bit more chip damage to Ozma. Okay, good. We got the max amount of damage off of him on that one, so that's good. Phoenix down. Get back up, Armament, because we need you. I need you to get this team moving again in case he tries to set up another, instant kill move, so I can at least get back up. Let's go ahead and put the Aura on. Start with Aiko and prioritize. And so far, Vivi's getting close back to full health. He's going to take the chance to heal himself, so I'm okay with that, as long as I get some breathing room too. Gonna use Flare. Vivi's starting to get a little low on MP, but we should be fine for right now. Level 4 Holy. Who was my person on this team to take that hit? I don't quite remember. In fact, okay, it was Vivi, it looks like. So Vivi's down. Thankfully, I can go ahead and use level 4 Holy back on him again. Although, no, because Ozma is level 99, so he won't be affected by this move, unfortunately, so that is going to miss, so never mind in that case. But, ooh, thankfully I did have Rebirth Flame going back on, so Vivi will come back up right again relatively quickly. So good to have you back, Vivi, because I need you to start attacking. And of course, the locomotion, her slow is now off since he died and he came back. He won't come back with that. So go ahead and keep using Thievery for Zidane. And hopefully I can be lucky and have Ozma use Doomsday on us, because that would be really beneficial right now. And I keep using Kiraga again, thinking I don't have Reflect on me. Because all I'm going to do is just basically reflect that off of us and send it to heal the boss. I don't really want that. So that's a bonehead move on my part. I could have played this like so much better, but thankfully, I only had a few tiny mistakes. And of course, you're going to use Flame Star again. That of all moves is really going to mess me up. And thankfully, I don't know why I say thankfully, but it only killed Aiko, but I did get Aura off before that happened. And Zidane has a trance now, so that's good. So I can switch to using Grand Lethal, just to go ahead and get that maximum amount of damage output on him. And I need to stop using Kiraga. Thankfully, he killed me before I can make the bonehead move again, but that's not going to stop me from trying. No, 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 Devin. You don't do that. And, okay, here goes the chance of meteor missing. The little, like, meteor literally just shrivels up on entry so it misses. I like that small little detail. And he's going to heal himself, thankfully, again, so I have a bit more room to work with. Vivi, let's go ahead and use Meteor again. Use Thievery. I should have gone for Grand Leap. Actually, no, I think Thievery was going off before I officially had the trance going on. So that's why I didn't use Grand Lethal in this one. Maybe I just forgot to do it. Oh, but I do hope for Doomsday. Nope, I'm going to use another thing. Okay, now I go for Grand Lethal. Honestly, I should have had Aiko do Phoenix, or, you know, Phoenix down on Armin so he gets back up, because, yep, there it goes, the Reflect. Screw me over and heals the boss again. So I really wish I did not do that. And he just healed himself twice in this turn. One for me and one for him. So that's more damage I need to get back off. So I need to use Phoenix so I can get Armin back up. Hopefully this meteor does not miss my target. I really don't want it to. It looks like it is, of course, 2 times in a row. Perfect, Vivi. You had a very strong start, but now right now we're starting to whittle away after we're doing so well at getting all this damage done on him. But thankfully Grand Lethal is a very lethal move, so I'm able to put more damage on than he's healing up for the moment. And good, perfect. I needed that Doomsday, because now Aiko can come back to full health and we can do some more damage to him. And hopefully Vivi can, as always, return that magic right back to him. This is actually a pretty, like, cool animation for Doomsday. It's a bit over the top, but with a name like Doomsday, you can pretty much expect that it's going to be over the top, you know? Good, we got the return magic off. I really wish Armin was still alive for that one so I can have the chance of it going out twice. Because that would be amazing. But beggars can't be choosers, and this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, at least not compared to the first initial attempts. Oh boy, there was a lot of attempts before the coup de grace, and I actually got lucky. Alright, cool, got the Rebirth Flame finally to go off, so now Armin can actually return to the fight and not just lay there like we don't need his help in this. Alright, cool. Welcome back, my friend. You now get back to work. Hopefully this meteor doesn't miss. In fact, I need to actually use someone's turn to replenish Vivi's magic, so Armin will probably do that with the elixir. And we can... I don't agree with that move. I should have honestly done Medine or Fenrir on Aiko's turn to do some attacking, since everyone's pretty good right now. And I'm waiting on Vivi's thing right now until Armin can get his elixir going off to do that. Because I really didn't want to waste my attack on possibly doing a weaker magic skill. It was like, oh, I have to. And of course, since Armit dies in that one, I can't wait anymore. I need to use elixir myself as Vivi. And go ahead and use Grand Lethal on Zidane. And pray that I can still keep the team up and alive while we get back up. Thankfully, I did have Rebirth Flame coming back up again, so Armit won't be gone for too much longer. And we can do some more chip damage to Ozma as usual, but at some point I do need to get Vivi's MP back up as soon as possible when that elixir comes through for us. Alright, so we're good on that front. Now, the main thing I want to do now, put Aura back on everyone. Oh, he's going to use Meteor. Because after I put Aura at least on Aiko, I would like to have that back off. Okay, no, that wipes out the whole party. So, thankfully, I have Return Magic going off. So I can send another Meteor right back at him. And I'm going to put this Phoenix down on Aiko. But I actually think, no, this is it. This is where I, like, completely lost. Like, wait. Did I actually do it? Did I win? Oh my god, I was, like, doing so many Gum Gum Bazookas in the air. Or, sorry, Gum Gum Gatling guns. Just punching the air really hard as soon as I saw this bitch explode. Like, yes, I beat him! Oh my god, it really made my day. And, of course, I'm going to be doing this again, too, because I'm going to buy this game again for my PS4 so I can get trophies onto it as well. But there goes Vivi, the lone survivor. So, at the end of this fight, it took me a total of 2 hours and 21 minutes to beat this guy. Oh my god. And Vivi's going to get all that experience, which is okay, because right now he's currently the weakest member on this team. So, oh boy, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So, thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. In the next video, we're going to move on to the actual story stuff. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed doing it. So, as always, let me know how your day is going down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next time. Oh, also, pointed out right now. Oh, you're very strong, Kupo. That's amazing, Kupo. I recorded how I feel right now on a card. I'll give you secret info too. Let's see, so defeating him, we get the Ozma card, and we get a strategy guide. Didn't check to see what that is. One more bonus, Kupo. HP and MP restored, and stat specs removed. So he does fully heal us, so that's good. And now, for some reason, I thought it was still there, that we needed to pick it up, but I already got it. So now we just need to leave this place so we can check out the spoils of our reward. Because main reason why I did this, only not because I'm a perfectionist, but because, actually no, that's the main reason why, because I'm a perfectionist and I want to have everyone's abilities. So let's go ahead and open up the menu. And since, actually no, I don't really have Dagger on me, so I can't really show it, because she's the only one who can, you know, gain something from it. But I thought to show it on Aiko, we go down to accessories and we go to find it. It will show us that the item we obtained from defeating Ozma is the pumice. It doesn't let anyone else learn anything from it. At the very beginning, just looks like, alright, it's a pretty meh type of accessory. It's just the completed form of the pumice piece, but that's only for everyone else. The main thing we really want to see is what it's going to do for Dagger. Oh, here goes the Rebirth Flame moment that I saw. But anyway, I'll show you guys what that looks like on Dagger in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. I've already set the ending spiel. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next one. So as always, take care everyone. I'll see you next time. So see you later, guys.